All right, so welcome, people of Earth, to episode 12 of Karthritis. Joining us today are the Kartel. They're going to talk about I'm not sure what to call it yet. The NTSC de America.
No French. Come on.
It's the American Open, the US Open.
The US Open.
The US Open.
Yeah.
All right, the new Super Mario Kart. I don't know.
Well, unless Matt and Kyle have a better name, of course.
Yeah.
ASC. So the American Super Mario Kart Championship.
Well,
ASC. I like it.
Solid.
Works.
It's somewhat less French than what we have now.
Championnat du Monde?
That's only a good thing, Marius.
Come on.
Yes, I don't mind that. All right, so let's get to the introductions. And as per usual, I'm going to start off with a question.
All right.
So the question this time is, name a Christmas or holiday thing that you actually enjoy.
Oh, God. So is this me?
Yes.
Right, okay. Well, hello, I'm Sargoth. Christmas things I enjoy. Getting drunk. That's the best part of Christmas for me.
Oh,
as well as eating lots of food. But I hate everything about music and tinsel, and I'm a bit of a Scrooge, but I enjoy the food and I enjoy drinking. So let's leave it at that.
Yeah, fair enough. That's not holiday specific, though, or do you enjoy the holiday food and drink?
Eggnog?
Oh, right, okay. Eggnog, nah. No, I don't even like mulled wine, but I don't know. Christmas food, I enjoy mince pie.
Right.
I don't know if that's a thing outside of England.
I've had it.
Mince pie's nice. Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right,
beyond that.
so my name is Sargoth. I'm not going to do a jingle this time. I mean, there's only one thing I like about Christmas. It used to be getting absolutely plastered on New Year's Eve.
Right.
But I'm probably going to have to pick the third day of Christmas. So that's when my family has sort of this buffet table. We all get together. We trade compliments and shit, like just pleasantries. Nobody's being honest. It's just happy this, happy that. Glad to see you. You know, the common lies.
Yeah.
But then around like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that, the food is sort of gone. The drinks start to appear on the table, and we then play 9-man Morris for 10 hours straight.
What on earth is Nine-Man Morris?
Yeah.
It's also called Mill, I think, but it's like 3 in a row mixed with chess.
Noughts and crosses?
There's a bit more to it than oughts and crosses said. But it's just a family tournament
Game tradition.
mixed with alcohol, so it gets serious in the end.
That's fair enough. Well, Scrabble has been banned in our house, in my family, over Christmas.
Fair
It's
enough.
caused so many arguments over the time. So, yeah, it's been banned outright.
Fair enough.
So I suppose it's my turn.
Yep.
KVD here. So it's not necessarily my favorite thing of Christmas, but it's interesting to mention on the show, I think, is that we started a tradition in the House of Gaming a couple of years back. Actually, I think it's even a tradition from the moment we moved in here, is to finish Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 every holiday season, which is pretty
That's
cool.
a good one.
So that's what I'll be doing this Christmas period as well.
That may be the best tradition I ever heard.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I must admit, actually, I got when Donkey Kong Country came out on the SNES, I completed that on Christmas Day when I got it, so that sort of fits in. It got released around there.
You started the tradition, Clark. I didn't even know, but yeah.
In
There you
spirit,
go.
yeah.
A bit of a downer ending on 3, though, isn't it?
Yeah, well. Usually what ends up happening is Donkey Kong 1, we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna do all the bonus stages, everything, 101%. Donkey Kong 2, okay, 102%, it's a little more difficult already. And Donkey Kong 3, by like halfway through, it's like, oh, fuck it, we're not gonna do
Just finish it.
And by the end, yeah, you're tired of it. That's true. Yeah.
Kyle, Randall. So the best thing about Christmas to me is really the weather, because Louisiana's hot and humid as balls, and so around Christmas, every once in a while there's like light snow. It's like the brisk, cool weather, and spending time with the family is nice. Last year, y'all probably find this funny. Instead of doing presents and the normal holiday stuff, my family and I went out to a friend's land with a whole bunch of shotguns and shot skeet. So that was a load of
The American way, right?
yeah. Christmas, shoot and play out of the sky. It was great. I don't know what we're gonna do this year, but that was fun.
You can't top that.
Rocket launchers, maybe.
Shoot some planes out of the sky on Christmas Day.
That's you're thinking of Halloween.
Right, got it mixed up. Sorry.
All right, I'm Matt Ballard. The thing that I like the most about Christmas, but I guess this doesn't really apply to Christmas nowadays. I don't really do Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that stuff anymore. For example, like this year, my family got together for Thanksgiving, and I was a complete no-show. I no-showed. I ghosted. Everyone thought I was coming, and I woke up and I was like, fuck, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. And I just, kind of stayed home and did important stuff like eat cereal and play video games. But as far as Christmas goes, I guess when I was younger, between the ages of 4 to 12, it was definitely the toys. Just getting all these toys and stuff. Didn't come from like a crazy rich family, but our parents still had enough money to get us, little things here and there. And come from the neighborhood that I grew up in. Pretty much 75% of my family lived there, as in cousins and uncles, and I have a huge family. So there's a lot of us with tons of toys. We all got together with our toys and just, had a blast. I do remember one year, me and my brother got a Super Nintendo, and my cousin Jason got the Sega Genesis, and we were just so happy that we got the Super and not the Sega. Like, I think he was pretty jealous that we got the Super too, actually. With the exception of like the Sonic series, I was never really a fan of the Sega Genesis. It was always like kind of like a slightly better version of the NES, and the Super Nintendo was the super version of the NES. So definitely happy that we got the Super Nintendo versus the Sega Genesis. But yeah, don't really do holidays so much, but if I do have a fond memory of Christmas, it was obviously the toys.
Yes, good choice. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm kind of asking because this is my first actual holiday in at least a decade, where I have.
You've been working over Christmas.
Yeah. But this year I actually have Christmas Eve and the first day of Christmas off, so I have to do.
Wow, nice.
What is it? Well, I
just get given Christmas off every year. Just that they said like have 2 weeks off over Christmas every year. It's nice.
Oh, that's good for you. I tend not to enjoy a lot of it. Anyway, this is the first Christmas where I have a son who may enjoy it for some years to come. I mean, Matt just said 4 to 12, so then that's fact. So I'm going to have to try to make it a good one until he's 12.
Super Nintendo, he'll love it.
Yeah, well, that's not a bad idea. He doesn't know there are other consoles out, besides they're not better, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why Lafango stayed 12 for his entire life?
Sure.
So he can enjoy Christmas forever?
Why wouldn't you? All right. I guess we're on to the news. And seeing as the previous episode was pretty recent, actually, I don't know if there's much in way of world records. Except for, I know Mario Kart 64, Beck Abney got the 127.00 on Mumu Farms.
Yeah.
Which
right after the episode.
Yeah, just a couple hours after the episode, something.
Yeah.
Which brought Matthias down to 29 again.
Indeed.
So this is now Matthias's target the Momo farm, and he has been on pace many a time. But the moles, etc. Really, there's no etc. It's just the moles. That entire track is trash because of the moles. And I think Dan mentioned last time the elevation changes are pretty hard to get consistently at as well. But
Absolutely.
in the end, it's the moles. So it's really interesting to see Matthias play that, because he actually has a safe route through the first and second patch of moles. And so in total, in one lap, he drives across, I think, 2. If the shroom is perfect, he has to cross 2 mole holes. So it's not terrible. When I was a wee noob, now I'm just a bigger noob, but back in the day, I probably crossed like 6 mole holes in a lap, so it was completely out of the question to get a solid one, so I had to drive around. But by using very accurate trajectories, you can actually go between the holes, which was interesting to realize. Now, Matthias doesn't get it every time. Sometimes he still crashes on the first patch. But if he executes it properly, there is no chance of hitting a mole, which is good. So that was interesting. Anyway.
Maybe fortunate for Matthias that he didn't get the sub, though. I'm sure that kind of irked him a little bit. I can imagine that if it was 127 flat, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting names mixed up. 127 okay. Yeah, I can just imagine that he had to be slightly disappointed that he didn't get the sub.
I don't think so, because his last lap was his best third lap of all time.
Oh, yeah, wow. Yeah. And it was a massive cut as well. His previous PR was like 127.30 or something.
Yeah, 31 or something like that. So
also
it's less of a deal in MK64 than in Super Mario Kart.
It's actually 126 flat, by the way.
Oh, 126 flat.
Right. So in SMK, that would be a no-go. You have to break the barrier or fuck off and die.
Wouldn't sleep at night.
Right, but I think it's a bit less of a thing in MK64.
That's happened to you though, Matt, on MC3. 124.01, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah. Cool. Now I'm sitting at 123.33.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a real time.
So don't go and beat that before the update, Karl. I would really appreciate that.
No promises. Huh?
Okay, no promises. I'll take that last as okay, I won't do
that. Well, I mean, it's only for the number 2 spot anyway, because Scoop has 122.75.
Yeah, but just in case you didn't hear me a few seconds ago, be a sweetheart and don't beat my time before the update.
I was gonna answer to that. What do you care about a number 2?
Well, I don't know. I don't have tons of world records like you, and
I'm just kidding. I don't think I'll beat it because I'm not playing MC3. But speaking about world records, I did get a Donut Plays 1 lap yesterday. 13:23.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So I trolled Scoop by 0.01 on the lap again, which is kind of harsh. But I was planning to improve it again to break the mini barrier, because you have to.
Yeah.
There is room for it, but today I played for 2 hours and it sucked. So I don't know if I'm gonna get it.
Is that it for the world records? I mean, I'm sure there's been plenty in like Barbie's Horse Ride Adventure or some shit, but
did we go
Mickey's Speedway USA? Has he got any new world records in that?
No, he's not playing time trials now. He's just doing all cup runs for marathons. But he already has all of them, so there's no point in playing.
50-50, boys.
Yeah.
Goomba, if you're listening, that's how it's done.
That's a fun fact. I kind of want to share that yesterday, because we have a thing going that whenever I'm in Goomba's chat, Goomba gets world records like there's no tomorrow, right? And like pretty much every other session he gets one world record, maybe even more than that.
Yeah.
It's close to one per session, probably. Anyway, I've tuned in at least 10 times in recent months, and never has he gotten a single world record while I was watching, somehow. And quite a few times, actually, it happened that I just left and he got the world record right after. It turned out to be the case if I checked back. And
You're a jinx, mate.
and now, actually, I took my revenge, because Guma was in my chat for a while yesterday, and the moment he left and said goodbye, I said, okay, I apologize, I didn't get a world record this time. I'll do better next time. And the very next try, I got lap world record.
That's awesome.
So, right back at you, Guma.
So on that note, Karl, are you going to attempt the 5 lap on DP1?
Yeah, it's in my mind, obviously. I had splits for sub 107.50, but only once. I think my consistency is like way too low at the moment, but I would really like to have the Dutch record at least, which sits at 107.82 by Aaron.
Yeah, that drunken bastard.
Exactly.
I really think you should keep at it on DP1. It's surprisingly enjoyable to watch that track, because I've rarely seen
Even today's session, though.
Yeah.
I was suffering today.
Yeah, well, suffering is fun when you're not the one doing the suffering.
Right.
Oh, whoa. That's kind of creepy, but all right.
Any of you guys ever saw the movie Idiocracy?
Yes.
The 2004 cult movie by Mike Judge, the Beavis and Butthead guy. Anyway, there's just like one TV show in the future, and it's called Ouch My Balls. So that's what it boils down to in the long run, just watching other people getting kicked in the nuts over and over.
Yeah, that sums up streaming SMK.
Yeah,
Sure.
right. Okay, I do think that's it for the world records that we want to cover, but I mean, I just barely had time to watch the video you linked me, Karl, but I think we should give mention to that.
Sure, go ahead.
Right,
Yeah.
so Karl Jobst, the GoldenEye fan favorite, is that correct?
I would say so.
The man with all the Untitled, or Damn 52 is all I need to say, I guess. He has been doing GoldenEye speedrunning and Perfect Art for a long time on stream, but it seems that he recently ventured into, I want to call it uncharted territory. So what exactly is this new video series of his? It's called, do you remember the name, Karl?
No.
So
No, I don't.
So it's like a speedrunner's how-to guide.
It's called Advanced Speedrunning Principles.
Right.
For the real hardcores.
Yeah. This is not basics. This is, well, it should be basic, but it isn't, probably.
No, it really isn't.
So very nice perspective on things for speedrunners, and just a good watch. I really recommend people check that out.
Indeed. I recognize a lot of things he said. I kind of do most of that stuff, or all of it, instinctively, but he does it at a much more conscious level, which is nice to realize.
Yeah,
Cool.
and so many things become second nature when you really should be thinking about it.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's a new series I'm really willing to watch, because I feel like it hasn't been covered like that before.
No, he got my sub instantly after I saw that video, so
Right.
looking forward to the rest of the series for sure.
Yeah.
Wasn't Connor doing that series on how to do SMK tracks quickly or something, and then
Oh, that's
that fizzled
different
out.
for sure.
Yeah, and his mic died, and I don't know what happened.
You know, English people and mics, it takes months.
I know that feeling.
You are that man, but okay.
Yeah, I am that man. Yeah,
He's actually giving you a run for your money, Clark, because you have a mic now and he doesn't.
I know. Maybe I should send him my one.
Getting
Introduce
out
that.
mic'd by Clark, that's rough.
I know that is something, isn't it? We could share it. We could just post it to each other.
Oh, isn't that what the Kartel is doing with the PAL SNES console?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
And that's exactly what they're doing with their phone right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of, we should just get on the topic of the day, the American Card Championships. No, I got that wrong.
Uh,
The ASC, come on. He told us, the ASC.
ASMKC, the American Super Mario Kart Championship.
Ah.
Subtext this year, maybe Battle on the Bayou 2019. But yeah, if you got questions, we got answers.
So I can sum up my questions
Sure.
distinctly. When/where/what?
All right,
Yeah.
so March 16th and 17th. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. Is the win. We're fitting everything into 2 days because we're having a faster format.
It's ambitious.
Yeah. Where there's an office building that one of my friends' wives runs kind of a booking for this large office building, and so we got the 2 largest conference rooms there that we can have
Nice.
about 125 people. So that's kind of our upper limit of people for this year.
You'll be fine
And-
on that note, yeah.
Yeah. Like it seems like the turnout is becoming bigger and bigger. Like so, hopefully we have to turn people away and it's packed out. But keep.
I would be shocked if we have over 100. Absolutely
Oh.
shocked. But,
Yes. I mean,
Well,
can I just shoot the question that needs to be asked? How did you get the number 60 plus?
Well, as far as friends and people I know, there's at least 20 of us.
Wow.
And then there's those that are y'all coming from overseas, so maybe we say 12 or something like that. And then there's actually a decent gaming community around Monroe, like at the University of Louisiana Monroe. They have about 100 people that regularly do like Street Fighter tournaments and Smash Brother tournaments, stuff like that. So I believe a lot of them would be interested. There's actually a little mini Comic-Con that happened in Monroe, and the turnout for it was pretty awesome. And that Comic-Con sucked. And then the American players. So Americans drive everywhere, and I feel like our plan is to go through on the forums and just personally send out an invitation to every American player.
Mhm.
yeah, which I've already started on that. And
That's awesome.
there's another college town that's probably 50 kilometers from here. The name of the town is Ruston. Louisiana Tech University is there, and that town in particular has a surprisingly large, I guess, retro gaming population.
What?
So we feel that as soon as we officially get this thing advertised and put out into the public, that we're going to be how many people actually want to participate in this.
It would be
And-
hilarious to me if we absolutely decimate CDM numbers. It's just like you're turning people away or something. That would be brilliant.
Well, me personally, I feel that there's probably going to be 50 people there, but Kyle's a bit more optimistic than I am, and I am totally open to there being 60, 70, 80 plus people there. And
Wow.
Sounds.
I
That
think-
would be incredible.
yeah, and I think that would be awesome. I just I have to think back a few years ago when I discovered the huge Super Mario Kart scene in Europe and CDM and all that stuff, just how great it was. And I feel that there's probably guys who played the game kind of casually like I did for years back in the day, and who will see this advertisement for this tournament, and will just probably jizz their pants and be like, whoa, I have to be a. So yeah.
And it'll be in the paper. and every comic book and game mechanic store around will have a flyer in their window. They're all on board. And the thing is that around here, it's like there's not much going on. So whenever there is, everybody wants to at least show up to check it out.
Right, that sounds fun.
Yeah. So I'm pretty optimistic about it. Just the sooner I can get the kind of ticket system online, which I'm going to work hard on that this week. The more accurate numbers, obviously, we'll get.
I'm not going to have to buy a ticket, am I? Because I'm not flying all the way from England just to be turned away at the door.
Everyone we know is going to get in for sure. It's like
okay.
This is just so that we feel a little more secure with money for booking the venue, and we're going to have food. But that's pretty much the expenses. Is food for two evening, and
so
venue.
speaking of sort of these numbers, right? What sort of format are you going for the actual tournament?
Yeah, I was going to ask
to
the same question. Yeah.
Are you going to get in 4 modes in 2 days, or are you going to sort of just go for 2 modes or whatever over 2 days? I don't know.
If you have a lot of players from that are not very acquainted with the game, then there are going to be huge skill level gaps. So it's really interesting to hear about how you're going to manage the tournament setups. Indeed.
That's a really good point. And the only mode that I see that really being an issue in is time trials mode, which is the only mode that's going to be ran like CDM. At least that's kind of what we're thinking for now. But depending on how many people sign up, we might even have to change that. Can
I just interrupt you real quick, Matt?
Yeah.
Does that mean that the final will be only 1 track again?
No.
I think that's a mistake.
Fuck that. We're not doing that. Yeah.
Good. So it's not going to be ran like CDM, actually.
I was a bit concerned there for a second.
Yeah, me too.
I was building to that. So yeah, maybe not exactly like CDM, but the time trials, the format of time trials day or the running of time trials will be pretty much like CDM exactly, except for the exception of the final. Yeah, we're not doing this 1 shot, 1 kill. It's going to be probably at least 3 courses for the final.
Nice.
But outside of that, the multiplayer modes, it's not going to be like CDM at all, really. We're actually going to do a triple elimination.
Yes, I like that.
Oh, Carol's creaming his pants right now. He loves this.
Triple, huh?
Yeah. Obviously, even if it was half the amount of people as CDM that attended, if we were going to run it exactly like CDM, we still wouldn't, we would obviously need more than 2 days. And this is year 1 of the tournament. We only have a budget for 2 days of tournament play. We're in no way, form, or fashion are we even trying to make money off this, and we're not going to make money. I assume that we're probably a lot of this is probably going to come out of our pockets. Maybe not, but that might be the case. But we just can't afford to have a tournament that's longer than 2 days. And I'm happy to hear that Karl's excited about this triple elimination.
But wouldn't triple elimination take longer than single elimination?
I have so many questions.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Oh, because you don't have the whole barrage. That takes forever. You can play, and we're gonna have the people that are organizing the brackets. You just walk up. Who am I playing next? Where's my table? And you just keep playing. It's not all these phases where you're stopping and going. The next round, you just.
I guess there's no seeding whatsoever then.
There has to be a seeding.
Somewhat.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
with the players we know are really good. It's traditional to have them far apart from each other.
True.
The early bits, but besides that, it'll be fairly random, except for the known good players.
Yeah, I think it's safe to assume that the people who are just coming from off the streets and are not a part of the community are probably, for better lack of words, pretty shitty players. So yeah, there's not going to be any type of seating system with those guys. They're just going to be kind of thrown into it. But like Kyle said,
that's fair enough. But you should probably seed 16 people into the brackets, and then beyond that, it doesn't really matter, right? So if Johnny Two Shoes walks into the venue, and he's pretty good at kart. It just isn't on the site, and he gets some in the first round. Well, then that's a shame. But he has 2 more lives then, so it's not that big of a shame as if it was CDM style format.
Exactly.
First, I'd like to say I'm a bit impressed that you know who Johnny Two Shoes is.
Sure.
He's a good player.
Oh yeah, we go way back.
Yeah, tell him he still owes me money next time you see him.
Sure. Fair enough.
Is he the guy that stole your SNES?
Yes.
That bastard.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all the known good players that are on the forums, we'll spread them out essentially as far as we can from each other, so that they'll meet after a few matches. So there's no quick upsets. Say battle mode, somebody gets Drew, and the next round somehow, I don't know, say Sammy lost to Scoop. Somebody, you lose to Drew, and then you're already your third elimination, trying to fight all the way back from the bottom. So that's what we don't want to happen. So just spreading out the good players to minimize that as much as possible and still keep this faster format.
So are you saying you're going for all 4 modes over the 2 days, or are you just going for, say, time trial and GP?
All 4 modes.
All 4 modes.
Yeah. We expect it to go pretty fast. With battle mode, we were actually going to do first 3, so best of 5. And
Right. Okay.
With the way that the eliminations go, and if there were 60 players, you're still not actually playing that many times if you're winning.
I see. Right. Yeah. So I'm thinking that there's like a group stage before and then a bracket. So it's straight into the bracket with triple elimination. Oh, I gotcha.
Right.
That still has the potential to take ages, though. I think you need to simulate it first, just to make sure it doesn't run 4 days instead of 2.
Yeah, and Karl, I'm assuming that your logic behind that is that people who aren't really well versed in the game are just going to take forever with their matches.
Not necessarily only that, but well, what's the format going to be? For example, for Grand Prix, I assume that you're gonna play 1 cup. Let's say it's still 5 tracks every match.
Yeah. We're not using the whole point system, so the points are irrelevant, and I feel that people who aren't accustomed to playing the game like we are, probably going to get dirt rolled and ranked out pretty badly. So I feel that that's going to speed up the process quite a bit.
Yeah, so total, you may be playing 8 or 9 cups before you're at the end, and that doesn't take too long.
So another question I have is then, as the bracket progresses to more serious stages, is it still only going to be, let's say, 1 cup?
No.
So once you get to the top 16, let me see, what were we gonna do here? Whenever you're in the top 16, we're gonna move to 2 cups, and the top 8 still 2 cups. The top 4, 3 cups, and then with the final match, the top 4 were going to be 3 cups, and the top 2, when they play off against each other, would be 4 cups. So we wanted to go pretty fast until you get to the top 16, and then we're going to step it up slightly until you get to the final, 2 players playing.
Cool. So I'm assuming if say the final ends 2 cups all, there'll be a tiebreaker cup, right? If need be.
Yeah. Which would be exciting, definitely.
That'd be good.
Yeah. So, do you want to explain what I have written down here, Matt? With match race, and so this tier 4 would be top 16, 8, 4, and the top 2.
Yes. So just match race, for example, at the beginning of the day, it's first to 3. We'll face off racing individual tracks. I'm assuming at random, maybe.
Yeah.
Random tracks. First to 3 wins. We do that until there's 16 players left. Then we move it to first to 4. Then when there's 8 players left, it's first to 5. 4 players left, first to 6, and the final 2 will face off to first to 7.
Okay. Next question. How are you gonna communicate the track order? Is it going to be like a beamer or something? Or
That.
if you want like a smooth progress,
Yeah.
that needs to be like super clear and very efficiently distributed.
But this is
Yeah.
detail level, Carol. I mean,
Yeah, but it's very important.
Sure.
Actually.
Yeah, I agree. I
Fit it
agree.
in 2 days.
Yeah, and this is why we wanted to come and have this this podcast, because we need this type of input.
Sure.
So what would be the problem with not having it, or with not having it set up ahead of time? Because I would be for go ahead and kind of picking the tracks.
Oh no, the picking the tracks is not the problem. It's communicating it to the entire venue. Like every match, every round, you need to.
We've got tech guys that are going to be working with us. There's large projector screens.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that kind of communication will be very easy. And then of course microphones and people coordinating, and also with the bracket guys. So yeah, as far as communication directly to the player, there's screens and we can throw stuff up there.
So if I'm hearing this right, you'll have several Patricks running around.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, they already beat CDM then.
So in regards to sort of other sort of things in regards to the tournaments, like how are you feeling to get all of the consoles and TVs and stuff? Are you just like other people around going to be giving them to you for the time being, or what? Or do you just have a stockpile of loads of TVs?
Yeah, well, we're working on gathering TVs now, and of course we have friends that have Super Nintendos and retro TVs. And there's a surprising number of people who just put their old TVs out on the side of the road, and I just pick them up. They work.
Nice, fair enough.
With the ticket system, and this is something that I don't know, I guess I need to talk to Scoob or somebody and see what they really use, so whenever people are signing up for what they want to do, say they don't want to do battle mode or something crazy like that.
That's not crazy at all.
We also need a box to tick, can you bring a console, a controllers, TV? And since everyone drives here instead of flies, any American players coming across to be able to bring TVs.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Can I just mention or ask Matt, do you pick up the TVs by the side of the road while you get your dinner from the side of the road?
No.
You said something about roadkill cuisine last time you were on the show.
Yeah, no, that's not the case. If I'm working as a pizza delivery driver, go through a lot of neighborhoods that are kind of poor and where people still have these types of TVs. And I guess at some point they win the lottery or something. They have some extra money and they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna nice TV," so they just throw out the old one and I'll pick it up.
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. No roadkill.
All right.
Also, there's a whole bunch of pawn shops around town, so we'll be scouting those out for TVs. There's what else? There's some news stations that maybe we could borrow some TVs. I just recently got it in with the game mechanics stores, so maybe they would be willing to donate for the day, consoles at least, and cartridges. So there's all that. And then, of course, we'll be trying to communicate, if need be, with the local campus, retro gaming scene to see what we can pull from there. It is a hurdle and something that, isn't done yet, and it's definitely on the to-do list. But it's like once that hurdle's crossed, that's the biggest hurdle, and it's not that big a hurdle in my opinion.
Cool. I'm really pumped for it, man. I mean, regardless of how it turns out on the day, it could be tough, and it could overrun here and there. But I'm really pumped, man. It's just like it's a new thing, and I'm just really looking forward to it.
Absolutely, and finally we're gonna play a championship with the best version of SMK.
Yeah, exactly.
Word.
God's version. The
It's
American
the dream.
Japanese.
It's the dream, man.
And I like how there's how you guys are using the sort of opposite format of CDM. So not as to try to copy, but just try the other thing, see how that works. But can I ask about the decision to go for triple elimination instead of double, which is much more common?
Good question. I was wondering the same.
It's just, you can. We don't want anybody to feel gypped, and if there's any kind of question, you can get unlucky with double elimination, in a sense, and just so quickly something could happen. Drew gets hit by 3 rando shells and loses $4,000 in PK coin.
Unrelated, but okay.
It's in his head. He's thinking about it.
That's true.
Rating right now. And then, somebody comes in from off the street and I don't know, somebody bumps his chair. Just something happens. I don't want anybody to feel gypped. And those lower brackets, they'll be fighting amongst themselves as people go up the top tier.
Yeah, and it would particularly suck for the guys who came all the way from Europe to just get knocked out so quickly.
You lose twice and you're done after you fly all this way, and it's just
that's not cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you're lacking a group stage, then triple elimination sounds sort of the way to go. I can see the consideration, definitely.
Yeah,
me too.
What?
Well,
What did you say, Clark?
I'm saying it's advantage. I'm all for just like a single elimination thing if you've had a group stage before, but I can see the merits of double and triple eliminations if that's not there.
Okay, well, I do get the point of, yeah, maybe you get unlucky and your total playtime is 9 minutes and that's it. That sucks humongous sweaty balls for sure. But that is how it is in the other games. Like
And also, there are 3 more modes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, losing 3 times and you're done sounds really fast to me. Like the whole goal of this American tournament, or part of the feel that we wanted, was it to be faster and more cutthroat. So you lose 3 times, you're done. That's it. You're out. And that sounds really fast to me.
Yeah, and it seems like every year that I've been to CDM, and I ask people like Karl or Neo or Sammy, hey, have you practiced? And they're like, no, I haven't played in 2 years, which is impossible. I saw you at CDM last year, but whatever. Yeah, that's
the answer Sammy would give, not me.
but it's not so imperative to come to CDM necessarily like well trained in practice, because there's all these these preliminary matches that take hours and hours.
Oh yeah.
And hours. During this time, everyone's super warmed up. But here, you with the way that we're running our tournament, you have to come with your A game. There is not going to be like hours and hours and hours of like foreplay before we get down to the hardcore stuff. So you just I think you have to show up practiced, or you're going to get dirt rolled.
If you sit down and you're not practiced and you lose, that's one of your 3 lives, and you can't let it happen. But one more time or 2 more times, and then you're just dead. You're out of the tournament.
I mean, I get most of this, and I do agree with most. It just, to me, it sounds like it's one step short of being cutthroat enough. But maybe I'm just completely wrong, and 3 is the perfect number. I guess that's something you'll just have to make a jump on. So just try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is year 1, so we chose Monroe because it's local and we coordinate pretty well. Obviously, if this goes off, great. We refine it. Next year we want to do it in Colorado. More central location. A cooler city. Probably Denver or something.
That's where Joe lives.
Yeah. It'll be nice and easy for me to get to. I'm flying into Denver and I come over.
Exactly. So, and probably move the tournament closer to April 20th up there. So
Oh Lord, no! Come on.
Yeah, it's just an idea. It's just an idea.
Based on nothing at all, I take it.
It's just
It's just a date. Yeah, just sure.
It's Colorado around April 20th. No big deal.
Yeah,
No big deal.
Exactly. No reason whatsoever.
The theme will be Cart in the Clouds.
Cart in the Clouds 2020.
420.
Oh,
420.
for fuck's sake.
Am I missing something here?
Yeah, it's a
you're
weed
with you.
joke. 420 is the
Right.
national weed day or the world weed day.
Can I just say?
wait,
Can I just say hide your gay weed?
Yeah, hide your gay weed straight away.
He's from Holland. Yeah, you're just Carol's done with weed. Yeah. Anyway, so is there? So who should we talk about who's coming?
Oh, I have so many questions before that.
Oh right, okay. Sorry.
Matt, were you saying something?
Well, I was going to make a joke about 420. I was going to ask Kyle, were you aware that 420 was a holiday of some sort? Because we didn't. But the opportunity passed by, and I missed
Oh,
it.
okay.
So...
Well, I can do the whole 420 lore if you want.
No.
Nope.
Good, you're good.
Okay.
We're all good here. I was going to make it. But, yeah, the window of opportunity passed. So
the only reason I know this stuff is because I work with youth. And so I have to sort of delve into all the slang and stuff for drugs.
Okay, so you're a hipster.
No.
Ouch!
Oh, come on.
Ouch!
What just happened?
You got accused of being a hipster, Sargoth.
Like a death metal rocker. A hipster.
He is a bit of a hipster, to be honest.
What the?
Oh my god.
Oh my, you know what has happened, Sargoth? You got publicly shot.
Yes,
That's what
I
happened.
did. I got executed.
Wasn't aware that this was a joke free zone.
It's not. No, I'm not doing it to be cool with the kids, I'm doing it to be able to pick up on when they're talking about shoes and when they're talking about amphetamines. Because, yeah. It's the same.
That makes sense.
It's the same word in Norwegian.
Sounds cool to me.
Fucking hell! What have I done here?
But more questions about the tournament.
Sure, I'll do them in order, I guess. Will there be a prize pool?
So there'll be trophies, but I've got somebody designing a poster. So we really like the idea of having the yearly poster. It's just memorabilia. So I've got a girl working on the design or several designs, which, Battle on the Bayou 2019. There's a lot of cool ideas. Matt, you want to say some of the?
No, I don't.
No,
I
you will
don't.
keep it
It's going to
secret
be
for
a
now?
secret. Yeah,
Okay.
we have a pretty good idea for a poster,
Yeah.
and we're just going to keep it secret.
But we'll.
I'll tell you what. If you guys have got a logo sorted soon, shoot it over my way because I could do some cool shit with that. We can make some hats and make some t-shirts and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. We'll. Haven't even thought about it, but I love logos. I'll work on it.
Yeah, nice.
So prize pool, we're gonna be talking with try to find some local sponsors because there's a lot of local businesses that are just kind of itching to throw a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there at local events like this. And then, like I said, we've got to end with game mechanics. So maybe we can work with them for some prize pool stuff, but mostly just some trophies and posters for memorabilia. The main thing to us is the tournament. That's priority number one.
Yeah, it's not going to be like TDM in the sense that, hey, the top 5 finishers are going to get like a 3DS or a Switch or something like that.
No.
That's not happening. But like Kyle said, there will be trophies and whatnot. This is year 1, so we're not going like necessarily all out. It's not really an option at this point. But just for year 1, we're going to make sure that everyone who attends gets a poster, and maybe we do something else like a shirt or a hat or something for the top X amount of finishers, or if people just want to buy memorabilia at the tournament. But yeah, as far as prizes, it's just going to be trophies.
Sounds good.
So no monetary prizes at all?
Glory, Marius. It's all about the glory.
How do you trade glory in for money?
Capitalist pig, you, Marius.
Yeah, that's what I am. Sure, that's me. I'm a hipster capitalist pig. That's spot on. No, I'm asking because I would probably want to add to some prize pool if there is one. If there ain't one, that's gonna be hard.
Well, we'll talk to you if we find any more, like, before. I mean, we're not even selling tickets online right now. But as soon as we get that up and running, we'll be going around looking for sponsors, local sponsors, and there might be, but I'm definitely not going to say that there will be right now. Sure. If there is, it's a bonus for us. Like, it's not a bonus like we get it. It's a bonus to the tournament because our main focus is the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
As it should be.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with that in any way. Just...
No, I appreciate it. If you wanted to throw into the prize pool, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because I don't care about money so much. See, I'm doing the anti-capitalist thing now. So
well,
for
Scuba or Karl,
give it straight to them.
Yeah, just go ahead and give it to them.
So the next question would be about the overall category, because CDM has an overall ranking. Will you have something similar to that?
Yeah, I mean, so it'll just be a basic point system, from where you ended up in each of the tournament brackets added together. It hasn't been incredibly refined. In fact, I need to hit Scoob up again to get the CDM tournament rules to kind of use them as a template for this kind of thing. But yeah, there will be an overall.
Since Carol's gone, he would probably have input on this, but I feel like the CDM thing is very heavily weighted towards the first place. I forget the exact point system. I know Carol knows it, and he made a green
What do you mean
ring.
gone?
Well, there's bonus points, isn't there? That's how it works.
It'll definitely be refined wherever it's at now to kind of suit the way we're doing the tournament. But there'll be an overall category.
The way it is now is that time trial weighs half, and all the other modes weigh 1.
All the modes will be even.
Yeah, like that. No,
Yeah,
I don't mean that. I mean, like, first place is like 1,000 points in CDM.
Yeah. And second place is 500 points, I think. It's like a pretty massive difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know the exact numbers, but yeah. You don't need to necessarily copy that.
No, I don't think so.
I really doubt. No, that sounds too extreme. Yeah, I mean, we'll refine.
Exactly, just refine it. Use it as a template and refine it.
Yeah, because double the points from second to first seems too much.
Yeah, especially if you have stuff like the match race final of this year, which got decided by 1 jump.
Yeah.
And then the double the points makes no sense whatsoever.
Neck and neck, battle off right to the finish, and then somebody inches it out and gets double the points. Yeah, that doesn't sound right to me. So, it's not going to be that far of a spread between first and second for sure, and all the modes will be equal as well.
Just, I want to point out something. There's a Street Fighter Championship going on this weekend, and that's probably exactly what's going to happen tonight. The difference between first and second is going to be 1 punch or 1, button press. And the monetary difference is about $150,000 between first and second.
Jeez.
Man. Wow.
Gotta watch that.
Yeah. Is that gonna be on Twitch?
It's a bit more than a 3DS of difference. But yeah, it's on Twitch and YouTube and I believe ESPN something.
Oh, okay.
What time is this happening?
So Street Fighter 2 retro tournament thing starts in half an hour, and that's like a warm up to the actual Street Fighter 5. So I think it's an hour and a half or 2.5 hours until it starts.
Cool.
All right. All right. But yeah, we'll have an overall category, and it'll definitely not be double.
Right, right. So then the question many people have been asking, so let's do it. The stream. What's the idea?
Well,
the venue that we're having it at definitely has internet. Did we inquire as to what the horsepower was there?
No, they have excellent internet and Wi-Fi for everybody. As far as who's streaming, we have local people here that can do it, but the ideal streamer would be you, Sargoth.
Right. I'm currently wrenched down in Norway, but yeah, I don't know how that will work.
Yeah, we don't know how that would work either, but if there's any way that could happen, that would be the ideal. But you have backups that are experienced streamers that will run it if need be.
Cool.
Like, I think Carol asked me the other day if I was planning on going or something, and I really haven't given it any thought because I just assumed that it's not possible. That's not entirely correct, so I will give it some thought, but as of yet, I haven't looked into it enough.
Well, just like we're telling everyone who's coming from Europe, if you do decide to come and participate, do the stream or whatever, you will be treated like royalty.
Yeah. We've got a guest bedroom, air mattresses, couches. We could probably house just 10 people at our place.
Yeah.
And food's on us. We'll chauffeur you around. But we might even be able to help and throw on with any flights because, if y'all come, that just makes it all the more awesome.
Yeah. I think it's really great that not to cut off Sargoth here in his questions, but it's really great that we're having the attendance from Europe that we're having. I think Scoob is really leaning towards coming as well. Sammy, Scoob, obviously Karel, Martin are coming. Zarkov, even Layla might come. So yeah, it's
well, I think it's only fair that we return the favour because you guys have been doing America proud, flying over the last few years. So it's only fair we come over your way.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would. We would really appreciate it if you could make it, Sargoth. Obviously, it's, I guess, kind of right around the corner, which kind of makes things a bit more expensive as far as travel goes. But yeah, it would be amazing if you could make it.
Well, I am flattered that you would consider a death metal hipster for your streaming services. I will look into it for sure, and it's not too soon. The issue is I've taken most of my vacation off for next year already due to concerts and the like. But I'll look into it next week.
Yeah. Well, and in addition to the tournament, we do, plan to show you guys kind of, quote, a good time, and do things that you probably wouldn't be able to do over in Europe. So yeah, I mean, we're not going to force anything upon you guys, obviously, but we do plan on showing y'all a good time outside of Super Mario Kart. So there's that.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm really liking all of this. Like last week we were talking about the Mario Kart 64 Championship, which is now going to be held in the Alphen Esports Game Arena from where we had CDM.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, and the entire format of that sounds really good to me. I like what they've done there. So, and now this American Super Mario Kart Championship. Did I get this?
It.
Yes, finally. I mean, it took me 7 episodes to say Karthritis correctly, so this is pretty good. Yeah, I'm just enthused that stuff like this is happening. I know I peaked the idea of this at CDM, and it's been sort of burning in the back of my mind since. And then when Kyle posted the topic on the message board, I was like, yes, let's make this happen.
Well,
Actually, the morning of the award ceremony, this past CDM, I was eating breakfast and Scoob came in, and this is something that I wanted it. Why not? It can start off small and it can grow. It doesn't have to be anything impressive. It was kind of what I had in my head. But he's the one who really pushed me and like pinned me down and said, "So are you gonna do it?" And then he also said he'd come, but that was back at CDM, and yeah, and then of course Scoop and I walked in as he was being announced late that morning, but yeah, so he's the one who really pinned me down this past CDM. Y'all still there?
Sure. Something's going on.
yeah, Sargoth dropped.
No, it's just
No, I'm here. I just went to
muted.
the toilet.
Oh, please keep the mute on.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
All right. Yeah, I think last time I heard Scoop talk about it, he was 30% to come.
Yeah. But think about this. So if
I'm expecting him to be there, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's leaning more towards it. Actually, I've spoke with him the past few days. He's leaning more towards it now.
So if Scoob's leaning towards it, Karel, you're coming, Sammy's coming, is that guarantee in a way that Neo would also have to come?
He's not coming. I've already talked to him.
He's the guy that's missing, though. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh well.
Guess someone's going to have to step up and take Neo's place.
Well, that's obviously me.
Yes. Okay. Just about to say Zarkov.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, who's going to be the first NTSC world champion?
Scoop.
American.
If Scoop
don't
comes,
say that, Carl.
come on. If Scoop comes, he's gonna win it.
Man,
So clearly.
No,
Yes,
it's
Well, I don't know. If Sami goes, there could be a run for his money.
I think Scoop is by far the best Super Mario Kart player on the planet.
Oh yeah, I'm not denying that.
okay. Well, we haven't seen his performance at the NTSC Championship. It's funny. I had my Carl. Just want to go out there and say that.
He'll choke.
Put some
I'm
pressure
flattered,
on him.
Matt, but I've seen him play NTSC as well. It's not that different from Pal. And he has the. Have you seen him play All Cups lately?
Yeah, I have.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try my best, but let's just say my money is on Scoop.
Nah.
If you can make it.
That's an important disclaimer.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if you had some kind of accident and couldn't make it, right?
In all fairness, to be honest, if Scoob doesn't come, it's a bit more open, right? Do you think, Carol, you could be toe to toe with Sami?
Well, Sami is very, 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 very consistent.
Yeah.
So
robotic, some may say.
That was the correct amount of varies.
So.
Right. So, do you guys have any questions yourselves about what are the things you should think about and stuff? I mean, we have one more regarding repairs. That's a real thing in SMK. The controller issue is what's it called? Not trivial.
One.
Okay, jokes.
Hipster Norwegians, yeah.
Bring him.
Get that out again.
So, for the guys listening at home to Karthritis in the future, Sargoth's internet just dropped, so I remarked whether the Rapture had hit Norway, perhaps. And then Matt came with the awesome reply.
I said that if the Rapture came to Norway, I'm pretty sure Sargoth would still be there. And that's a compliment, by the way. That's a compliment.
Yeah, that's a bit better than hipster doofus. That's
Okay, that was a joke. That one was a joke.
This one was for real. Yes.
Yeah.
Surviving the rapture.
Rapture shield. Active.
Anyway, let's get back to the things we're talking about. So I was asking a question about the repair station. Did you get that, Matt and Kyle?
No, we didn't. But on that note, Kyle has mentioned several times a business by the name of Game Mechanics.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which is a local business chain that sells retro games. And they also service modern consoles, laptops, computers, cell phones.
Yeah, there's a girl that I recently met. That's kind of my in with the place, and that's what she does just all day on a microscope, soldering tiny video game parts, controllers, consoles.
Yeah.
So yeah, so now that you mentioned it, yeah, that it might be there.
Okay, real quick, is this the egg girl?
Yes, this is the
Okay,
egg
so
girl.
yeah, this same girl the other night, Kyle went to a bar and she was on stage and he got to throw eggs at her for charity. Yeah.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, I know, right? I hate that I missed it, but
Can I just say, for the record, this is not how I imagined the American FF to be.
No, she's a unique character. She's really into like vampires and
Oh dear God, no.
yeah. she's
Was she firing any eggs from her vagina?
God.
Can't be a legitimate question. There's no way. Unless we're talking about Thailand, but we're not.
She's an awesome person, really sweet girl, really into vampires, and repairs video games for a living, and video game, stuff. So
This is the American FF. So instead of Final Fantasy VI, it's vampires, and it's female. She's female.
Yeah, absolutely.
They sound like a perfect match, to be honest.
Well.
Yeah, she got bang implants, and she's kind of a makeup artist.
Wait, what did you say? Bang implants?
Fang, like your canine.
Fang. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bang implants.
Okay, so she's got like a cleft tongue and stuff.
No, she
just south of that.
Used to work at Hot Topic. Let's just say that.
Okay,
I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Say no more.
I don't know what that is.
Nudge.
Okay. It's a clothing store in America.
It's like a hipster vampire goth clothing store.
Oh right, okay.
Just a lot of chains and black clothes and Invader Zim type stuff.
So she also has a Rapture shield. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
for fuck's sake! This is going south.
Yeah, so that we might have an FF. Vampire FF. So.
Well,
Vampire FF.
I gotta
say, I didn't expect that to come up in the conversation.
I must admit, I'm
ever.
sort of intrigued. I gotta admit, sounds like an interesting character.
She needs to be there now, man. She needs to be there.
That needs to be. Sargoth, that needs to be the title of the episode, hands down. Vampire FF.
Right.
Cool. She's super. She'll get along with everybody, I'm sure. But yeah, any other questions? Technicalities?
Actually, I have a question. And I'm not sure if I feel that maybe I've asked some people in the karting community this question before, but I forget the answer. So Karel and Sargoth, who have been going to CDM for many years now, there's usually, it seems to be between 40 and 60 people there, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And this way for 10 plus years or close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do y'all want the number to stay at that? Or would y'all prefer that more people, came to this event and participated, or do y'all prefer to keep it at that?
It's something that just that's an equilibrium we reached somehow,
Yeah.
and it's not something that is consciously decided. And I think it's something that is not managed at all. Just happens to be that way, and we're not actively trying to
I
get
think
more.
we sort of get like a core group of people go most years, don't they? And they're the ones who keep coming back. So
Yeah,
that
and then there's a few
keeps the
that
numbers at a certain amount. Yeah.
there's a few that drop off, and a few that get recruited.
Come for the first time. Yeah.
So
Okay.
then, it's just a balance there.
Well, I was just curious about that. I didn't know if y'all preferred to keep it just that tight little niche group of people.
Oh, I know for a fact that for the 2018 CDM, we kept it at 64, just because of the number of TVs we had in the venue. So if there were more than 64 registrations, we would have kept it, but we didn't have that. So
Gotcha. Well, I feel for some reason I'm feeling just maybe overly optimistic about this whole U.S. championship and the future of it and whatnot. But I do feel that there's probably, maybe not this year, but in the years to come, that there will be, a number.
Japanese players, South American players.
I feel that there will be, at least 80 to 100 people in the years to come.
That's not a problem with your format.
No, I don't think that. But I also think that America, if it's going to work bigger anywhere, it will work best in America, because you guys do that. You have conventions and things so often. It's not really as much of a thing in Europe. So I don't know. I just think you guys are better suited to running that sort of thing. Yeah.
Building up that.
Every town has a convention center too.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel that this, that this does have the potential to really, even help just the community that we have in general. That that there are going to be people out there who love the game as a child and who are roughly around our age and who are going to catch wind of this and be just completely consumed by it. And that's I don't know. It's kind of exciting to think about, because it seems that all the world records nowadays are being set by all the same people and blah, blah, blah. And it would just be really nice to have just some new people come in and just, I guess, breathe new life into the community.
Yeah, I mean, as far as sort of get new people coming in and stuff, it's never been advertised, has it? It's only ever been for me, when I found the site, I think back in 2003 or whatever, it's just purely by chance. I just did a quick Google search. It was Super Mario Kart World Records. I haven't played that game in ages. But by the sounds of what you guys are doing, just by sticking up, say, a flyer in a college town which has a strong retro gaming scene, you've instantly done more than anyone ever has in Europe in terms of getting the word out, I think. So I think that might encourage some new people to come and play. I mean, it's not I think it wasn't an intentional thing, people in Europe, or just the community as a whole, not advertising to other people.
Yeah,
I think just the nature of it, isn't it, really?
There's an exception, 2016, when we did it in Strasbourg. They had a qualifier tournament because they did actually spread the word that there was going to be the championships, and then they gave a few registration places away in a pre-tournament thing a couple of weeks before the event. But it's not something that happens every year.
Yeah.
I think you guys are right to be sort of, I mean, to stick in. I think you could get a bunch of people there. You're in the right locale for it. You've got a retro gaming scene there already. You've got people who could get pumped for it, and the means to get there. I think you could well get the numbers. You might.
What also works in your favor with this setup is that you don't have to take the week off because it's in the weekend. That's probably going to increase the likelihood of people coming already by 50% in and of itself.
Big time.
That's a good point, indeed.
Boy, pick Saturday and Sunday. Just, people work Friday, people work Monday.
Just come along for the day, for the weekend. Even if just for one day, you could quite often, some guys just, I want to come along and play battle mode and time trial or something, and just come along for one day. Yeah, you're much more likely to get that than if it's on sort of a Wednesday or something like the CDM.
Yeah, so people don't have to take the whole week off, or at least Americans don't. They'll just be able to drive down for the weekend and play.
That's exactly. I mean, for example, Rip Gerard Roodhorst, an old school Dutch SMK player. He's an SMK player. He lives in the Netherlands, but because the championships are during weekdays, he cannot attend. He can visit during the night, but he cannot play. And I'm sure if it was on a weekend, he would come.
Yeah, that was a shame. I do remember seeing him there this past CDM, and I thought it was truly a shame that he didn't get to participate.
And then we're talking about a passionate SMK player, not a rando, right?
Right,
So
right.
there you go.
Yeah. Yep.
So we might have walk-ins as well. Like Monroe, like I said earlier, because not many exciting things go on here. When something does, it seems like everyone comes out of the woodwork and at least checks it out. So as far as those numbers we were thrown out earlier, with roughly 60 people or so, whatever, we might have more walk-ins than we expect. We might not. It's something that you can't really foresee, and they might just be coming to check it out, not even play. And that would help with, getting money at the door to pay for the venue and the food and all that.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, we had a Whataburger open up in town. And with our town, any new restaurant is packed out for like the first week. And there was a line in that Whataburger 24/7 for 3 days. Going around the entire building. Now no one eats there. It's just because it was new. And anytime anything new comes to town, everyone checks it out because, I don't know, I guess people are bored.
Oh, it bodes well.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, so I'm optimistic about walk-ins, but I'm not putting my money on them, but I'm optimistic.
Good stuff.
But, question about the American players that have expressed interest in attending, because I'm not exactly sure like which players have already said that they were gonna come. I know that Drew Blumfield, the battle mode player extraordinaire, tweeted that he is going to be there unless he dies or gets imprisoned. So he's gonna come, but who else is up for joining?
Well, I wouldn't gloss over Drew's imprisonment just like that. It could very well happen. But yeah, his likely coming.
I'm flying into Denver a few days before and meeting up with Joe Bernier, and doing a bit of a dream for me, a road trip down to Monroe. So it's going to be like Dumb and Dumber. Just read, it's one of the favourite movies. It's going to be fun. That aside, awesome. That means Joe's coming down. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the road trip, then the tournament, and then a road trip back. It's like, I don't know. That's like that's a teenage dream there. A road trip across America to play a Mario Kart tournament.
Living the dream, Sargoth.
Yeah, living the dream.
NTSC tournament, no less.
An NTSC tournament as well, yeah. So, the best. It's gonna be like that film with what's his face, the wizard, where he goes to play Super Mario Brothers 3.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Maybe not quite the same, but
Kamek.
So yeah, back to Carl's question. Obviously, Joe's coming. Drew will be coming. Andrew Colts will also
nice.
be.
Yeah, nice.
Tyler Worley has expressed interest in coming. I feel pretty positive that he'll come as well. I haven't heard from Dan Honerman yet.
For those not in the know, Tyler is the world record holder on Cooper Beach 1 for forever. And Dan Honerman, I have actually heard that he's not gonna come.
No.
That's disappointing. That's really disappointing.
It's got the Harvey syndrome.
There was something. There was a reason. I don't remember exactly, but I think he didn't have enough time off, like you, Sargoth.
Right.
Okay.
And also, we've been trying to get the word out to any of the guys who played on Snezot back in the day, like Garrow, Kart King, Hack, any of those guys.
Has Kart King been reached yet?
Oh no, Scuba's trying to reach him. I think Scuba's.
I would love to see Kart King play battle mode live.
Me too. That would be something.
Then if he shows up, I am coming in more ways than one.
Just for reference, for Matt and Kyle here, Kart King is battle mode playing style is just so over the top. He is by far the best attack-minded player out there.
The best watch.
Oh wow,
crazy.
No doubt.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah. So what's his actual name?
I don't know.
Who needs actual names?
I think it's Steve. He told me it was Steve once.
It's Kart_King.
Yeah.
All right.
He's just known as Kart King, isn't he? Yeah,
I think he
just the
should
whole
change
time.
his. He should probably change his name to Green Shell God.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
So what character did he play with in battle mode? Just out of curiosity.
The small ones, Koopa Toad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering how well his transition from SNES Online to actual SNES will be, because he might suffer from that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea, but it's still going
Yeah.
to be awesome to see him play.
Yeah, I hope he makes it.
Absolutely. So who else? Because I don't think you're done yet, right?
No, that's pretty much it for now.
Fenner Harvey?
Yeah, of course, Fenner Harvey. Which Karl, did you see Fenner's newest video, by the way? Just real quick.
I did not. No,
Dear God. Okay, I'll send you. A
Oh
link
dear God! Yeah, that bad, huh?
It's good. It's good. It's a good video.
Don't trick me. I have issues, man. I've seen Fenner videos before and never quite recovered.
Well, it's actually a school project. I think it was a project for school, which we didn't know that at first, but it's a school project, and it's
Is he
still
still in school?
No, apparently so.
Made a long video project, essentially a PowerPoint kind of presentation to get investors in Fenner Co., which is a
Oh
Huh?
my
video
No.
gaming
This is a Ponzi scheme if I ever saw one.
tournament
It's
company.
Fenner Co. is a video game streaming / tournament company, and he's looking for investors and
to put money in his 401k.
to put money in his 401k. And we're all excited about Fenner Co. here at the Kartel.
I cannot get my jaw back up.
Big news.
Yeah, this is what the episode should be called. This is pretty big.
Vampire, FF, and Fenneco. Yeah. I don't know about you, but just hearing the name Fenneco and my wallet is jumping out my pocket. I'm ready to give some money, throw some money his way.
Wallet out of pocket and eyes rolled out of socket.
Right.
We're hoping to do some kind of partnership with Fenner as far as the tournament goes, since he is a video game tournament / streaming company.
Yeah.
We're excited. We're excited. But yeah, Karl, back to the U.S. players that are coming. Me and Kyle have been like stupid busy lately. His brother owns a business where he installs security cameras in school buses, and we've been working for him like crazy lately. So we have had little to no free time whatsoever. But we just wrapped up a pretty big job this past weekend, and which is going to free up our schedules to actually, really get the ball rolling here.
But we do have the venue reserved.
Yeah.
And we got it for an excellent price. It looks like I can't say a precise number right now because we have to crunch some more numbers. But it looks like we're looking at for a ticket something like $25 to $30.
That's nothing.
That's probably
That's food.
That's probably not enough.
And paying for the venue.
Yeah,
you say that, but we got a really good deal, and we have it in with some local pizza chains, and we can get huge pizzas for super cheap.
Oh fuck yeah, man! Pizza is life, man. I'm totally. It just gets better and better for me. Fucking huge pizzas.
Okay, new episode title: Vampire FF, Fenner Co, and Pizza is Life.
It's getting long.
Yeah, it's going long.
But I'm what I meant by $20-$30. So what did you say? The price?
It will be between $25 and $30.
Right. That's probably too low. Not because it's gonna cost you more, but you should consider charging more just for some overhead.
We're considering it. Like if we do, it would only be a little bit more. But we just got the venue for super cheap, and the food is super cheap, and anything that's extra will go towards next year. So right now, it's not making any money. It's about making this thing happen.
Sure. Yeah, but it's gonna cost more than you think is the rule of thumb here.
I'm with Sargoth on that.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm just saying, after I've crunched the numbers, that's what it looks like right now. There might be more expensive,
Cool.
such as we might have to get a ticketing service. So, because I'm not a programmer, but whenever people sign up for the tournament, there are several online ticketing kind of services to where somebody could check, I'm bringing a TV, a console, I'm signing up for this, this, and this.
Yeah, you can do that with Google Forms, to be honest, for example.
Google Forms? Okay.
Yeah.
Check that. Like, that's one thing. That's the next big hurdle is setting up the ticketing system. But I'll check out Google Forms.
I definitely forgot one of the major questions. What's the accommodation situation?
Unlike CDM, we don't have like hostels, and that's
no problem.
There's tons of hotels. There's tons of hotels.
That's the answer.
There's Uber and there's hotels, and Americans have cars, and we can chauffeur people around. And at our place, we can house like at least 10 people, for overseas people.
Right,
Excellent.
but there's no shortage of options here, from what I hear.
And we probably have 20 different hotels around town.
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah.
All right, let's not worry about that then. Moving on.
That's what you want as a participant. You want options to plan your own thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
That's perfect. I got a couple of questions left also regarding you guys as individuals. What are your goals like as a participant? Do you want to like get a medal in battle mode or whatever, or does Matt want to win time trial sneakily or?
No, honestly, me personally, I haven't really even thought about it. Like I said earlier, like just haven't really had any time to play video games lately, or like seriously play video games. Or
you did get a 123.30 on MC3.
I did that.
Like,
Man, okay, when I get off work, I'm like, it's late at night, I'm still in work mode, so I can't immediately go to sleep. So I'll play Mario Kart or Battletoads or some game for 15-30 minutes. And
yeah, I know what that's like. Yeah.
Some part of me was hoping you were going to say battle mode one player speedruns there, but okay. No, continue, Matt.
Well, me and Kyle do make time for battle mode. When we came home super drunk last night from the Christmas party, we actually played some battle mode, but Kyle doesn't want to talk about that, so we moving on.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle, what was the score?
Okay. Look, I can tell you the score of last night, but I could also tell you the score of the time before that.
Ooh.
Was it?
There we go.
10-2.
10-2. Okay. Last night, we're both, as Matt says, white girl drunk, and
all right.
white girl wasted. And yeah, we played a quick first to 3. He beat me all 3 times, and then we played fourth just for shits and giggles, and I won the 4th match. But yeah,
that's not too bad.
Well, it's just 4 rounds. Normally it's a longer session. But yeah. So we've been playing a good bit of battle mode. Eric's actually getting a little bit better, but
Eric's been trying to play battle mode with DK, and
we're trying to talk him out of it.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
please do.
Well, he's not listening. Which I don't know. Like, I don't want to like rain down his parade and like.
Ain't gonna be a parade, man.
No.
Which if I'm being honest, he does have moments with him. He does, but anytime he gets shot, it's just game over. He comes to a standstill.
That's the thing, though. The moments are there, but on average, it's just too hard.
Yeah, I agree.
We're recently been leaning towards Mario and Luigi.
Or I'm sold on Luigi. Like that's my boy right there. Like I'm all about some Luigi.
Yeah, still kind of go back and forth Toad and Koopa, but I'm leaning towards Mario and Luigi right now.
So talk about Eric. Is he still playing Choco Island 2?
No, he's not. No, he's not. Which, with that being said, I think that he did tie his world record again a few weeks ago.
So he is.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I mean, he plays it about as much as I play CI1. Like, sometimes if I feel that I just want to play for like 15 minutes and go to sleep, I'll play CI1 and maybe I get a PR, who knows? But I'm pretty sure that's Eric's approach to CI2 at the moment. He's more or less done with it.
All right.
Yeah, but
My goal this year is to just beat you, Karl, in battle mode at the tournament. So
Setting your sights high, I see.
yeah, it's pretty high. That one night we stayed up and played like 100 rounds of battle mode. It got me encouraged that I guess we went back and forth so much. You obviously still beat me more than I beat you, but so that's why
I don't think that's gonna be the case in NTSC battle mode because
yeah,
I haven't played that as much.
That's what I'm hoping. So that's why I'm setting my goal high.
I was kind of being sarcastic because I'm not the best battle mode player.
Oh well, what did you get in battle?
Beat Drew. Beat Drew.
Oh God, he's probably gonna be Bowser or DK. He's probably gonna.
Yeah, then you can beat him though.
Oh God, man, no, he's a jet. Like with Bowser and DK, there's some kind of weird thing with the red shells, I believe, because their acceleration's strange, and so the pathing that the red shells take to actually get, if you're going even really slow with a big character, I think Drew jumps and turns in a certain way that the red shell just goes around him. He doesn't even need to be going fast. So I don't know what his voodoo magic is, but he's got some kind of magic.
But that said, the moment he does get hit, even if it's not his own fault, like you can get hit by a random, then you could just punish him because he'll be standing there forever. So it's still a deficit, in my opinion.
That's true. So we'll see. But I expect he'll probably be one of the big boys. You know, Bowser DK. And you know, with NTSC, I think it makes the bigger players all that more viable.
Yeah, I actually think that Sami is the one to look out for in NTSC battle mode.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's quite good at it, from what I remember.
Oh,
so we had SNES Online tournaments back in the day, and I remember Sami winning the first edition of that NTSC battle mode. And that's what... Scoop was there, Drew was there, Card King was there, all the big guns were there, Geo was there, and Sami won it, so...
Oh, wow.
So I guess the lag's pretty good with online battle mode. Like, can you pay
It varies. It's okay. It's not ideal, of course.
Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty reliant on the page rows, so I don't know if I'd work out online.
No, but like, there is definitely a very high correlation between being good at online and offline. So if you manage to win the online tournament, you're gonna be good offline. Maybe not necessarily the best, but good. Very good.
For sure. Yeah. Huh. Matt, you have any other goals?
No. Again, I haven't really thought about it. I haven't really put any thought into it. Obviously, there's only a few big fish coming across from the pond, so my chances of placing higher here is infinitely better than at CDM. So, which it's not like I can take too much pride in, being in the top 5 or whatever. But still, I'll take what I can get.
Honestly, I was thinking like, okay, maybe I can finally get a gold medal, but now I hear that Sami and Scoop are going, so screw that.
Yeah.
Maybe a silver though, Karl.
Yeah, well, I gotta increase that collection, that's true.
Don't you have to get one more to beat El Nico or something?
Yeah, but I think it only counts at the European Bell CDMs, to be honest.
This is a new silver career you're starting now.
A new slate. Clean slate.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
We will. All right, I'm actually out of immediate questions. I'm sure something will pop up later on, but you're giving us some good info now, and
definitely. I must say I'm very thankful that you guys are doing this. This is like,
I
also said it already, but it is actually a dream coming true. I'm saying that unironically.
Yeah, if I'm being completely honest, Kyle's like really the person who's like pushed for this whole thing to happen, and also when he really started pushing me to like get involved with it, I'm kind of selfish with my free time, and I'm not going to do something unless my heart's in it. And at the beginning, when he was pushing it on me, like my heart definitely wasn't in it. So, but I still agreed to do it. If it's like a dream come true that one of my best friends is like pushing me to like help him form the Super Mario Kart Championship in the United States. It's a big deal. So the more I thought, the more that I thought about it, the more I'm like, okay, if you're not feeling it now, you're probably going to be feeling it later. So just roll with it. And I must say that he's definitely, I don't know, he's got me involved pretty good. Super excited that you guys are coming from overseas. Sargoth, truly, we hope that you can come. Again, at the tournament, outside of the tournament, you guys are going to have a great time. We're going to have a good time. Inside and outside of Mario Kart.
Another quick question came to mind. Is your brother gonna be participating?
Karl, he's probably not gonna be participating, but he will be there. He will most certainly be there.
Okay.
He
That's
said
cool.
that anything that that we need him to do for us, that he's there for us. So he will definitely be there. I will try my damnedest to get him to participate. But
Sammy too.
Least, he will be there.
Sammy's gonna recruit him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And everyone else there.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm out of questions.
Yeah, I think that we're pretty much good on our end too. Actually, me and Kyle have some moving to do today, so it's probably best that we, I guess, wrap this up.
Don't forget to submit your MC3.
Thank you. Sammy actually sent me a message today, reminding me to send my times in. So, I'll do that.
Which other PRs did you get?
I got a 1096 on MC1 flap.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I think that's it. I think it's just those two that I can remember. And a 1635 on the flap MC3.
All right.
Yeah.
Decent.
Yeah, decent. Yeah. So there's that. All right, well, dudes, it was awesome talking with you guys about this. Sorry it took so long for us to get on the show. And
it's okay.
No, this is good timing.
Yeah, it's perfect timing. Don't worry about it.
And again, can't wait to see Karl and Sargoth. And Sargoth, I really hope that you decide to get on board and come to.
All right.
Again, like anyone who flies into Monroe, obviously we can come pick you up at the airport. We can take you back to the airport. You guys just get here and we'll take care of the rest.
All right. And it's been a long time since I was treated like a king, but I could do for some more. No, that sounds really good, guys. And I am super enthused, even more so than from just the forum posts, now that I know some of the inner workings, the details of the stuff. And I hope everyone else listening also finds this worthy of their time and participation. So, brilliant stuff. And I hope it comes through the way you want it to.
For sure. And anyone who's listening, or even you guys, have any questions, just go to the NTSC tournament thread on the SMK forum, and we'll try to stay on top of that.
Sure thing. Well, it's been very real, and good luck in all your future endeavors, I guess.
Can I just say I'm really looking forward to meet Vampire FF as a closing note.
All right, you got that one in there.
It had to be done.
Had to be done. All right, tuning over to Street Fighter tournament. So see you guys on the flip side, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Toodaloos.